Call meeting to order. Y'all please rise. And ask you to join me in a moment of reflection on the business that's before us this evening. And please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Clerk, please take the roll.
Alderman Basso.
Here.
Alderman Violet.
Here.
Alderman Clifford.
Here.
Alderman Fulkerson.
Present.
Alderman Key.
Here.
Alderman Kramarski.
Here.
Alderman McGovern.
Here.
Alderman McGrovern.
Here.
Mayor, City Clerk, Treasurer, and Attorney are all present.
All right, thanks, Dan. Under special presentations, nothing tonight. Under the consent agenda, I've got 4 items. The approval of minutes of the City Council meeting from December 18th, 2018, along with the approval of the payroll and the voucher list for the periods ending March 28th, 2018 and January 11th, 2019. December, I'm sorry. I'm ahead of myself here. The approval of request from the Girl Scouts of America, Greater Chicago and Northwest Indiana to allow door-to-door solicitations for cookie orders during the month of January. And then the approval of the request for the Classic Car Committee to waive the raffle license fee of $25 for the annual Split the Pot raffle for the Classic Car event to be held on July 18th, 2019. I got that one right. With that, I entertain a motion to approve the consent calendar.
moved.
Moved by Alderman Komarski.
Second.
Second by Alderman Violet. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Fulkerson.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Kramarski.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman McGrovern.
Yes.
Motion carried.
All right, no sealed bids tonight. Just under my comments tonight, we're entering the 60th anniversary year of the incorporation of the City of Palos Heights this year. So a lot of activities will be formulated and proceed during the year. But what this brings it to us is a time of transition in many cases. For some of us who know that Scott Smith will be leaving this year after serving close to 40 years as in our Public Works Department and in the last number of years as the Director of Public Works. We're fortunate that we have been able to hire the services of Adam Jasinski, a young gentleman who previously worked in Naperville to head that department. Brings along the first time that we've had a professional engineer actually on staff as a head of Public Works. Pat Shepard, my longtime personal assistant or assistant to the president or to the mayor, she's decided to retire last week, and so she will be sorely missed. For all of you who don't know, she's done a lot for all of us at this dais and for the city as a whole, a lot of activities. We are fortunate to find a replacement in a lady who will be starting on the 28th of this month, who comes to us with years of municipal experience, many of those the last 11 or so as a deputy clerk at a similar size organization. So hopefully it'll be somewhat seamless, although Pat will definitely be missed, as we all know. Myself and a couple other individuals, Alderman Jeff Key among them, have spent the last 4 days interviewing candidates for the our Recreation Director's job. Mike Leonard has decided to go back to his roots in Shanahan, where he started his career. He had an opening and an opportunity he could not pass up, so we're hoping to fill that job position, I should say, shortly. And I guess what I can say, I think all of us here in the front and myself entirely pledge ourselves to the citizens of Palos that you really won't see any change in the quality of service that we will give you, and hopefully even in some cases may even increase the quality of services if that's possible. But we're trying to fill these positions with some quality people, and I think we've done that so far and will continue to do so. And it just again, we're 60 years old and things change, people go on in their lives, and 2 of these individuals just had put their time in and decided to go on to either retirement, but basically retirement in both cases. one, and then the third one going on to another position that he really couldn't pass up. So again, we want to thank them for their time and efforts, the years they put into the city of Palos Heights, and we as a whole are committed to continue with the services that we provided for the people here. So, and that's all I have. City Clerk,
No report.
City Treasurer.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is the Treasurer's Report for the period ending December 31st, 2018. The general fund had beginning cash balance of $3,092,078.83. Revenues received of $628,644.24. Expenses totaling $763,819.76. Other source use $88,655.65, leaving an ending cash balance in the general fund of $3,045,558.96. Total of all funds started the month with $16,069,215.02. Revenues came in of $1,287,700.95. Expenses were $1,874,431.90. Other source use $410,714.36, leaving a total in all funds of $15,893,198.43. This concludes my report, Mr. Mayor.
Entertain a motion to approve the Treasurer's Report.
So moved.
Moved by Alderman Fulkerson, second by Alderman Violet. Any discussions? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. City Attorney?
No report.
Any communication anyone have this evening? Citizens wishing to address the council? If not, Finance Committee, Alderman Fulkerson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have no report.
All right. Alderman McGovern, Public Safety.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Alderman Basso.
I have no report, Mr. Mayor, except I also would like to wish all those retiring the very, very best in the future, especially Scott Smith, whom I've worked with since I became alderman. And it's been a true pleasure. I thank him for everything he's offered and taught me, and for all he's given to the city, which I would have no way of knowing what that is with all the years that he served. But he's always been a gentleman, a very nice man. I wish him well.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Planning and Zoning, Alderman Clifford.
No report this time, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
All right. Alderman Key.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to make the motion to approve a request for payment to Evans and Son Blacktop Incorporated in the amount of $206,352 for work completed on the tennis and pickleball courts renovation project.
Okay. Moved by Alderman Key, second by Alderman Violet. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Fulkerson.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Kromarski.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
And I'd just like to add my comments too, thanking Mike Leonard for his years of service for the rec department. And I think he leaves here, leaving his position better than the way he found it. And I think a lot of the people that have left can be said of the same thing. As we've been interviewing people, it's been nice to hear them say that Palos Heights in general and Palos Heights, the rec department, have a good reputation in the other municipalities. And when they start asking around about us, that we have a good name and a good that was nice to hear today. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, sir. Roads and Construction, Alderman Kromarski.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Move to pass a resolution number R-01-19 appropriating funds in the amount of $325,000 for 2019 MFT expenses.
Moved by Alderman Kromarski. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Basso. Any discussion? Roll call.
Alderman Basso.
Aye.
Alderman Violet.
Yes.
Alderman Clifford.
Aye.
Alderman Fulkerson.
Yes.
Alderman Key.
Yes.
Alderman Kromarski.
Yes.
Alderman McGovern.
Yes.
Alderman McGrogan.
Yes.
And Mr. Mayor, I would also like to wish Scott Smith the very best in his retirement. He has done an outstanding job for the city. I've worked with Scott for a long time also. I've never heard a complaint about him. And he has always given the city 100%. So wish him well, and I'm certainly going to miss Pat Shepard, and I'll miss Mike Leonard, even though I really worked with him, but best wishes to them all.
Great, thank
And
you.
that's the end of my report.
Thank you very much. License, permits, and franchises, Alderman McGrogan.
Mr. Mayor, no formal report, but like Alderman Komarski said, between Pat and Shepard, who did a lot of work, always helping all the committee members, and in fact did a lot of things in the background for the committee I'm on, and as well as Scott, would never, I think all of us agree, if there was a thing in your ward, he bounced right on it, and the people were out there almost before you could send an email saying what happened. And Mike Leonard, of course, will be missed. He's done a great job, and I wish him well. I understand it. It's, as Bob said, it's closer to where he started. Other than that, that's the end of my report.
Right. Thank you. Water and sewer, Alderman Violet.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Special committees, business and economic development, Alderman Key.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Ad hoc cable, Alderman Volk.
No report, Mr. Mayor.
Any old business? Citizens wishing to address council, questions?
Oh, Mr. Mayor?
Yes, sure.
Since it was so short, I figured I'll add this.
Why not? Come on, Harlan.
My name is Harlan Waivoda. I'm a Palos Heights resident since 1990.
Give your address, Harlan, too.
7640 West 135th Street. I am a train engineer for Metra, and since springtime is coming, I personally have almost hit at least 6 to 10 children on the Kelsag Bridge here by Palos Heights. For some reason, it is very commonplace for our high school students to drink, smoke pot, and fart around. I've had one kid lay in the middle of the tracks as I drove over him. I had another girl who was with her 2 friends, and they were running on the bridge and trying to get away from the train, and the girl took a header and she cut her face. So the problem that we have is very difficult to apprehend or talk to these people, because the way that train station is designed, they can see the police cars coming from Route 83. So the minute the cars come, they either run south or they run down to Worth. So there's really nothing that we can do except to blow our horn, throw our train in emergency, and cross our fingers and close our eyes. So if possibly our police department, springtime is coming, every now and then, to maybe, rather than drive around, to walk up there once in a while. You can see where all the graffiti is. That's where they hang. And they also go underneath that bridge, and they stick their head up through there as the trains go over. So it's just a little something since the springtime is coming. The other thing that, since I'm here, is that Palos Heights is known for trees, which we all know. And unfortunately, for the 4th of July, the trees are quite an inconvenience to watch the 4th of July show. So quite a few of us Palos Heights residents now go to the Worth side to watch our Palos Heights show. I would recommend maybe the city of Palos Heights try to get together with the city of Worth to try to make this where maybe we can make because your fireworks show was excellent this year. Unfortunately, I saw it on Worth side because it's so hard to see it from this side because of the trees. So that's pretty much all.
Thanks,
I just
Ron.
want to say goodbye to Mr. Leonard as well. Very nice man. I enjoyed the few times that I've dealt with him as well.
And thanks for your practical experience with
Excuse me, sir. You're talking about the Kelsag Bridge up there with the children?
Yes.
Do you have a definite, like a timeline in the daytime or the evening, or is it just a very?
It varies. Obviously, the Southwest Service trains do not run on Sundays, so I don't know how that pertains on the Sundays. But generally, it's believe it or not, shockingly, you will see runners from Stagg High School run over the tracks and down the hill. And they'll run up on that. The problem is also with the police. It's very difficult because I don't know how the training is. You don't want police to be up there and get hit by a train, which happened to the city of Chicago. Two police officers recently in the city. It's because they're not used to what's going on. They don't know the schedules. Obviously, we have Metro Police, and Metro Police can stop the trains because they have radios to talk to us. That's another thing maybe you want to stress to your police officers. Be careful if you do go up there. Maybe wait for another Metro Police or coordinate with Metro Police because you don't want to be up on that tracks if that train does come. and hit you while you're not looking, because there's no place to go when you're on that bridge. There's a little middle ground, and what the kids will do is they'll hide in the girders. So the girders will be there, and then you'll see 2 or 3 of them, and then they'll be standing up there as you go by. They're always drinking, and it's just that I don't want to hit any, because I have a 24-year-old and I have a 21-year-old. My kids were raised here in Palos, I just don't want to have to go to some parent and say, hey, sorry that your kid's not coming home for Thanksgiving, and it's because they were up there talking and jibber-jawing. There's got to be a better place to hang than on that bridge, one last item. I know that since I haven't been here in a long time, I'm very disgruntled with the school district 118. The subdivision that we live in, obviously we've had this problem forever with the post office, with our mailing address being Orland Park. I still continuous to this day keep talking to the post office to change us to Palos Heights, but I still got no luck. I have gotten the Orland Park post office to recognize Palos Heights as Palos Heights 60 with their zip code. So they will send us our mail if you do put Palos Heights on it. But the school district 118, for some reason, our subdivision, Palos East is right next to our, within, close proximity, and you're our mayor, you guys are all our aldermen, yet our kids in our subdivision go to Palos West. And we're incorporated in the city of Palos Heights, and Palos East is in Palos Heights. And it's bad enough that we have to have 2 different districts, east of Harlem, west of Harlem, and now our kids got to go to Palos West, which is all the way on 108th Avenue, when the school is right here. And I think it's because we have an Orland Park mailing address. They think we're unincorporated.
Have you taken it up with 118 at all?
I did originally when I was on the PIBS committee, when we built those additions on those schools, and the reason for I went to that committee was so that our subdivision would go to that school, because my daughter was going to West. And once the additions got put on, we all went to East. And in the last couple of years, they changed us back to West again.
Okay, I'll give him a call if I can do anything.
All right. Thank you so much.
4 years ago, I made a request to have yours put in 60463, and I still haven't heard anything back from the post office.
Well, the mayor and I had an agreement with the post office about 10 or 12 years ago. They agreed to put us into Palos Heights, but every neighbor in our subdivision had to agree. And we had a couple neighbors that said no.
Yeah, Mark?
Mr. Mayor?
Mike?
Okay.
I was going to say 2 things. First, I think maybe some form of authority, either the Metro Police, the Palos Heights Police, the mayor's office, maybe should notify the schools about the drinking problem, the train tracks, and or maybe we have like a community service officer go over there to the schools and stress the fact that it's really dangerous, and look what happened in the city of Chicago with the 2 policemen who got killed. But also too, it might be trespassing. You could get in trouble. Obviously, it's always, zero tolerance at that age. They're not supposed to be drinking anyhow. But maybe there's something that could be done. The school, maybe the administrations don't even know about it. Probably a lot of the parents, don't even know that their kids are doing this.
Oh, I believe that.
And I was just gonna, and I'll yield to Alderman Komarski, because I was just gonna make a point that, because it's been on my mind, especially like when you're out gathering signatures for running for re-election and stuff, you go to, and not you, Harlan, but some of the people in your, we don't even vote in your ward, we vote in Orland Park. And I know Alderman Komarski has spent a lot of time trying to get this changed, and I'd like to see it, because it is, like you said, you're east of Misty Meadows, and we're in Palos Heights in Misty Meadows.
Well, the tough part too is I've just recently talked to several of my neighbors, and because we had it resolved, or we felt it was somewhat, at least the community knew, the Park District knew, the library knew, and everybody knew that we belonged to Palos Heights. But we have a lot of new residents that moved in with children, and they're all complaining that the library doesn't know that they see their ID, that they're Palos Heights residents. The rec department doesn't know that they're Palos Heights residents. They want the pool doesn't know that they are Palos Heights residents. They say, no, you're an Orland Park resident because your driver's license says Orland Park. And so they want them to pay non-resident fees.
It's incredible.
And it's been a long time. Thank you.
2/3, Mr. Mayor, when I spoke with the post office, the postmaster said 2/3 of the residents there had to agree to change that mailing address. And it was because of the residents in your
Right.
area that,
There's a couple that voted no.
right, exactly. But if you can get 2/3, the post office said they would be.
Maybe it's time to revisit it since you have some new residents, Harlan, so maybe we can try it. Okay, I'll get a hold of Meade Lipinski's
That'd be
Like I
office.
said, the Orland Park Post Office, I've already talked with them, and they're willing to accept Palos Heights 60462. You can mail it,
Three.
you can put on your
Three.
thing, but, yeah, but theirs is 2.
Oh,
The mail will come from them, but they'll accept it as Palos Heights. I mean, that's the only thing I have been
Okay.
able to get.
Well, we can try to revisit and see. I can get a hold of Meade Lipinski's office and see if that'll help. I don't know.
maybe the 2 aldermen could have a word meeting and kind of
Yeah.
convince them to. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? Entertain a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?